Welcome to the ninth week after Pentecost. It's Wednesday, July the 24th, 2024. This is the Manna at the Tap podcast, where we as a community actively seek the spiritual nourishment our souls crave. I'm Gloria, your fellow traveler on this spiritual journey, and together we guide each other, offering and receiving insights and interpretations from our daily lectionary readings, which provide the manna designed to nourish our spiritual growth. Remember, your active participation is not just appreciated, it is crucial and integral to the richness and fulfillment of this journey. Today, the lectionary text is Luke chapter 15, a three-part complex of parables spoken by Jesus when tax collectors and sinners gathered around to listen to him. The Pharisees and scribes were irritated to see Jesus with the tax collectors and sinners, and they voiced their opinions about Jesus and his unholy meal practice. They grumbled and resented that Jesus was inclusive and he welcomed all, especially tax collectors and sinners, and he shared meals with them. The tax collectors and sinners were drawn to Jesus, but the religious leaders were not. And Jesus responded to their criticism with three parables that shifted the focus to seeking the lost and the joy experienced when the lost one is returned to the community. The lectionary reading is the first of three parables, the lost sheep, and those are verses 1 to 7. Jesus used parables because they began with the world in which the people knew and ended in a world with metaphorical power. He placed the Pharisees and scribes in the parable, asking them to identify with the role of a concerned shepherd for one lost sheep. Which one of you would leave the 99 sheep and go looking for one lost sheep? Jesus asked. He challenged their sense of obligation and caregiving. Would any of the Pharisees and scribes leave 99 healthy sheep to find one that was lost? Do they have the same kind of heart as the shepherd Jesus described in the parable? Now, let our holy imagination take us along as we follow this shepherd in his commitment to find his lost sheep. Now, you'll want to listen for the action words, the verbs. The shepherd will leave his other sheep and search for the lost sheep until he finds it. He will then lay it on his shoulder and rejoice when he finds the sheep. He comes home and he calls his friends together so he can celebrate. The emphasis is on the action and commitment of the shepherd and not on the lost sheep to be found. The parable ends with the joy of the shepherd sharing with his neighbors and friends that he has found his lost sheep. And the celebration also occurs in heaven, where there is more rejoicing over one sinner who repents than the 99 righteous persons who do not need to repent. Now, this parable reveals the importance of why seeking and finding matters. We are lost, but we cannot be found without the Good Shepherd taking the initiative to find us. The shepherd left the 99 other sheep in the wilderness, vulnerable and open to the attack of predators, while he sought the lost sheep till it was found. How important was it for the shepherd to find the lost sheep? If God is the good shepherd in this parable, then the loss of one sheep would be like losing part of God's self, because each of us bears the imprint of the Creator. And so the recovery of the lost sheep is the recovery of God's image bearer. And even tax collectors and sinners are stamped with that imprint that can never be removed. This reason assures us that we are never truly lost, for the Good Shepherd is always seeking us, ready to guide us back to the fold. When God finds us, when we are lost, the response to life is that we are transformed. And this transformation is not just a change, but a profound shift in our being, a metamorphosis that brings with it great rejoicing and a renewed sense of purpose. In contrast, the 99 other righteous ones had no need to repent or change their ways because they did not think they were lost and they did not need God to find them. They were just justified in their own eyes or in the eyes of others. But Jesus will later warn that unless one repents, one will perish, that is, be lost. And he did not come for the righteous, but to seek and save those who are lost.